shot on any of the LED walls yet?
Yes, that music video was on there, and we were
Oh.
actually shooting a Cadillac commercial out there in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
So it's a weird like future. It's very different.
I've been in one, but yeah, I never shot on one. I'm like, I don't even know.
I don't know if it's like my future. I mean, it's gonna have to be. It's different, right? It's a whole different set of stuff. It's like taking everything you knew about lighting and micro adjusting it, right? 'Cause same thing when you try to shoot green screen for your first time. It's like you don't light it the same way, right? There is such thing as spill.
Yeah.
And it can be all over somebody.
Yeah.
Where the LED walls come in, where now you take that spill
You
away.
can pull it, yeah.
But it is a void of light.
Yeah.
Right. It is. It's nice for car commercials, right? Because now the light everywhere is falling. What's on it? It's the reflections are real.
Yeah.
Like just like we for actors, right? A car's a character. We're giving it the correct space to live in that we can control and shoot for hours and hours and hours. Whereas outside we're limited to that amount of time because of the sun. But it does have its own limitations, and it is, a lot.
Natalie's not a fan.
It's very
She wants to be
expensive.
outside and
I understand
the
the
forest
benefits
and-
of it, but I do
I mean, for example, like the Batman isn't the film it is without it, right? That shot of Pattinson in the Batman outfit and Catwoman, and they're on the the high rise and that sunset. That's an LED wall, and you can't shoot that scene without it because that was the perfect time, and they were able to shoot it for hours and get the performance.
it has a time and place.
It has a time and place. It is a really gnarly concept. If any of you guys get on it, though, it's a ton of work and it's a ton of prep. And it's very
It's not like
very
you
expensive.
save budget
no, it is so
at all. It
expensive.
just
At
gives
all,
you more
yeah.
opportunity in lighting and time.
It's
Yeah.
scary how actually expensive it is to shoot on one of those for 10 hours.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
crazy. We got a custom quote from one of these studios. Trying to avoid traveling to New York with the crew and blah blah blah. It was like very very expensive day.
It's like
production
for a day is like a
and not only
car.
it's not only for being on the space but the pre-production work that all the scenarios that need to because if you want camera movement.
Yeah.
And everything's
Those
gotta-
scenarios have to match those
Yeah.
specific. It's a whole work.
So is that a prep day that goes into that? Like, is that
It's a
another,
lot of prep days.
It's a lot
another
of prep.
rate for the prep day? I mean, is that?
Well, it's a lot of work on the front end too. I mean, even so, when you shoot the Unreal Engine, the wall moves with the camera, so it talks to an MDR, which is also dialed into like a hand unit for follow focus, and so the unit is basically talking to the camera.
Yep.
And the lenses, and when we're pulling that focus, it's helping shift that focus scale, right? Because when you honestly see the image right away, there may be a mountain here and a mountain here, and they're set. There's 100 yards between them in real life, but on just a wall, they're at the same depth, so it helps push that depth when you're pulling focus. So it's a lot of things that have to talk to each other, and then there's the camera sits on top of a motion tracking thing that helps communicate to the wall as well.
Yeah.
So it's funny because you see the big wall, but then you see this like square of the image that moves
it's
around
crazy.
with it to help you,
Yeah.
calculate what it's shooting.
Yeah, I can imagine how much work goes into
I feel like
prepping those moments that you're filming. I mean,
You have to be super committed to whatever that scene is going to be on that LED wall because you got to light it to that, and it's not changing.
Yeah. No.
It's not like you have the room to be creative and in changing what that's going to be. Like, that's a choice.
It's
Very
pushing
clear
what we
choice.
can do in a day, though. I think
For
I
sure.
talked to Corey and Mike, who just shot a spec piece out there. I think they did 10 locations in a day.
There is actually
like
one video that I want to do in one of those, but we can talk about that later.
Well, I mean, even like I think another director I work with named Janelle. She's got this great piece she wants to do, and it would be able to be shot there because it's like how I think she has like 2 characters on like a living room couch, like swiping through dating apps, like Friday Night Sucks, and then they like open a fridge, get a beer, and then as they clink them, the couch is on like a couch, like on a beach, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that, practically. I mean, you could do it practically.
Yeah, but
yeah.
we go in a studio for half a day,
it's done.
and you have that in the can.
Yeah, I think
Wow, that's
it comes convenient when you have like multiple locations that you want Montana background and then beach in Miami, you know.
Yeah. And you really want to control light. And like I said, we don't have
Yeah,
to think about
exactly.
what time of day we're doing stuff. So it takes down the line producing too, where it's
Yeah.
like, we're just any time of the day is any time of the day.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.